welcome back to another Deadzone Battle Report. Today we're going to be playing Scenario 11, Strength in Depth. For this particular mission, we will have objective markers all pretty much crossing the middle. We'll have these that are worth 2 points. We'll have one there, one there. These are worth 1 point. And then at the very edge, we'll have 2 more that are worth 2 points. Controlling them, you have to have at least 1 model there. Doesn't matter how many models there is there, you'll be only scoring the 2 points in total, not per each guy. Setup will be these areas right here. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So from here all the way to here. This is one setup location, and the other team will be setting up on the opposite side of that. And we already have items already rolled out throughout the table, which we'll have one there, these 2 that are on the very top, 1 there, and 2 there, another one right over here, and I don't believe there's any more on the other side. None of them got rolled off the table, which is good, but we have that all set up. Scoring more other victory points besides these here is the usual. You'll get points depending on which operatives you take out, plus there is intel on these items that we find. So as soon as we find the items with the intel, we automatically score those points. Now let's take a look at the 2 teams that we will be using in this game. And we will be playing 150 points per side, so that means that we'll need 16 points in order to obtain victory. So for the first army, we'll have the ForgeFathers, the Dwarf Brokkrs. Leading them will be the Chief Brokker. He's going to have his trusty Forge Hammer, and as well as the Burst Pistol. He'll also have a one-time frag grenade that he already has purchased. And then we have a little bomb bot. We'll have 5 just regular Brokkrs. Nothing special on these guys. All they have is just the Burst Pistol and the Forge Hammers. And then we'll have 2 Valkyries. These guys are armed with their twin Hailstorm cannons, which will give them that weight of fire. But there you have it. That's 150 points of the ForgeFather Brokkrs. Then on the other side, we have the Asterians. They're going to be led by the Overseer that has a Staff of Command. And then we have 4 marionettes, 3 with no rifles, and then 1 with the sniper rifle. Then we'll have 2 ciphers that are just armed with regular no rifles. Then we'll have the support drone, which has the twin no rifles, and then we'll have a Black Talon also armed with a no rifle as well. Black Talon will have a one-time smoke grenade that I purchased for him to use, and that's going to be 150 points of Asterians. All right, so let's go ahead and roll our recon test. This is for the dwarves, which will be the colored dice. They need 3s or better. And starting off with a horrible roll, we only got 2, and that is a 6, not an 8. So that is not exploding. Then we have 4s or better for the Asterians. And looks like the Asterians are just gonna edge it out by 1. So that means that they will have 1 free recon ability that they'll be able to do at the very beginning of the game. All right, so for the 1 success of advantage over the ForgeFathers, let's see what the Asterians got. They will be rolling a 6, so we'll take a look what the what that is on the table. All right, so we have everything set up. We'll have the support drone right over here. Asterians chose this area. We'll have some of the ciphers here. We also have a couple of the marionettes here, and Overseer right here. Black Talon is going to do an aerial drop, so that means that once we finish setting up, he will make his drop, and then we'll do the recon, whatever the outcome of the recon was, which was basically just moving one of these models up 1. Over here we have the Valkyrie, 1 here, 1 over here, kind of like in the middle of the section here, and then a few different Brokkrs here, Commander right there, or Chieftain, 2 more Brokkrs on the other side. We're hoping to try and bum rush and get these objective counters here. Same thing over here, trying to bum rush and get these over here as well. This one's going to be a little difficult because it is on higher ground. but shouldn't pose that much of a problem. But some of these dwarves are a little on the slow side, but we'll see how that goes. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get this game rolling, and we'll have the Talon drop here. So he is going to pick up both of these because it's got to be not within 1 or 2 cubes of an enemy model, and he can't land in an objective or another model, enemy model, basically. So it didn't say anything about items, so he can he should be able to pick these items up. So he gets a little capsule there. We'll take a look to see what that is, and then we'll lift him up slightly to see what this one is. From there, he's going to have a pretty good position to try and start snipering guys. And it fell. We'll take a look to see what that one is. I think it already revealed itself when it fell. And looks like it's a health pack. So no intel there, but he does have the high ground, as Obi-Wan once said. Here we go. All right, so what was revealed was one was a med pack, so I can use it as a special action to gain a health, and then the little capsule was a stimulant. He can take that at any point on his turn, and that means that he gets a +1 to either his fight or +1 to his shoot. So it kind of enrages him. All right, so before I start, I forgot I need to roll command dice. It's been a while, so it's going to be a little bit rusty. If I've done anything wrong so far, just comment in the just comment below and let me know if anything seems out of whack. All right, here we go. So we've got, looks like some extra shooty actions, an extra cube, extra action for a character, and then adding an extra die. I think I'm going to keep those. That's going to be, this is for the Asterians. They have the 5. The ForgeFathers only have 4. So let me roll that for them. All right, for ForgeFathers, looks like we got an extra 2 shots and 2 extra hand-to-hand. I'm going to keep one of those each. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that too because I'm a little too far. At least an extra shot, I can get an extra shot out of maybe some of the bikes. But maybe I can get some extra movement just to make them a little quicker. There we go. So we got 2 splats. I need to see what the ability is, and then that's that extra cube movement. All right, so beginning of the... let me do the recon move, which I'll probably just end up doing... I don't really want to move out into the open or anything, so I'm just going to move the drone 1 up. So he's going to go to there. He's going to try and get some cover there. All right, so let's go ahead. It's going to start with Asterians for their first round. So I don't think I'm going to beat around the bush here. This Talon is just going to go ahead and take a shot. And I see 2, or should I say 3 out in the open because I do have a higher ground than they. So I think I'm going to take a shot at one of those Brokkrs just from this top view here. All right, so we're just going to take a shot at the first guy right there. And he's going to need 3s or better to hit. So he's going to have 3 dice, +2 for high ground, and then +1 because he's out in the open. Or actually, I think it's +2 because he's in the clear, +1 because of the high ground. All right, so it's 3 +2 +1. So we're going to have 6 dice, hitting on 3s. And not too bad. We missed 2, but we do get 1 exploding. Throw that back in there. So it looks like he's got 2, 4, 5. So Brokkrs is just going to try and survive. So he needs 4s or better. He's got 3 dice. And they each have 2 wounds. I got to remember that they have the 2 wounds, not just the 1. All right, so save on 4s. He does save 3, but he doesn't have any explosions. So that means that he's going to block those 3, but he's still going to take 2 more. So that means that, yeah, he's going to eat it. And so we're going to go ahead and spend 1 of his dice, and we're going to take another shot. I'm going to see if we can't take out that other Brokkr there. So once again, it's going to be 5 dice, and this time he's going to go ahead and pop that pill, and he's going to add an additional die. So he's going to be rolling 3 +2 for the clear shot, +1 because of higher ground, and then +1 because of the stimulant. So needing 3s. And tons of explosions here. All that hit. So he's got 2 explosions. Which miss. What do we have? Oh, we had 3. 1 more. And that one's going to hit. So it's a 7. And then he's trying to survive. And he saves, but he doesn't get any more exploding. So yeah, he's obliterated. So that's going to be the end of his turn. So now it's going to go to the Brokkrs. And I think we're just going to go with this. I think we're going to probably go with the little bomb and see if we can't just try and get some cover and move out. So little bomb's just going to run. So it's just going to move 1 and go right through there. 2 and kind of hide behind this little area right here. Try and get some cover right in that spot. All right, so now it's going to go back to the Asterians, and this fella here is just going to rush. So he's just going to jump over this thing. 1, 2, and he's going to reveal what this is. And he's got intel. All right, so score more points for the Asterians. All right, Valkyries are going to start moving in. I think they're going to try and get control of those areas over here. So they're just going to rush. So it means the moon 4. So they're pretty fast. 1, 2. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to try and get some cover back here to make sure he doesn't get shot at. So we're going to put it like so there. Try and get behind between those buildings there, and he can't be seen. And even there, he's not gonna be able to be seen. So he's got cover, he's good. So knowing that they are there, he's just gonna kind of rush also just to try and reach that spot as well. So he's just gonna move 1, 2, and try and stay away from that big hole there. So we'll probably put him like so behind that area, just to make sure that nothing has line of sight to him there, which looks like he's okay. So now we have this talent up here as a sniper. This Brokkrs just going to move, even though he already activated, but just to get ready for the next round. So he's just going to move 1 and then 2, and he's going to go right underneath this little area here, getting some cover. Actually, I'm going to take that back. He's just going to move this way. Not into that cube, but to this cube. Get ready to climb up and maybe take a pot shot at that black talon there. Going to be activating some more marionettes here. So 1, 2, and he's just going to rush this way to get cover behind that building. He doesn't want to get in the open there, and he's going to be activated. All right, boss man's going to go, and he's just going to rush. So he's going to go 1, 2 into this area here, and he's going to pick up that intel, not intel, but this item, and we'll see what's in there. See what he revealed is intel. All right, perfect. That's awesome. So even the ForgeFathers are on the board now. Pick up that stupid thing. There we go. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use that. So that way he could just rush here, and he's going to get on top of that objective to score it. So he'll go, actually he's going to go back here to get cover. So not only is he going to get that item, but he's also going to be taking control of that objective. Let's see what else he's got here. Ammo. Nice. Go with another marionette, and he's just going to rush also. 1, 2, he's going to get behind this just to be ready when he comes out. With another, going to go with another dwarf here, another broker. He's just going to rush down. 1, 2. Actually, he's going to go this way because I got to remember that sniper is right there. So we don't want to give him any free shots. We're gonna go with this cipher, and he's just gonna rush. He's gonna go 1, 2, and go right inside here. Get cover against that wall, and he's done. We have another broker over here. And I think he's just gonna go rush this way. He'll get into there, and he can climb up for the next turn. We'll activate the overseer. He's just gonna run. 1, 2, get behind here. Actually, I don't think I want to go that way because the chief Brokkr, I think it's Brokkr. Brokkr, it's Brokkr. I'm gonna go with Brokkr. He's right there, so I'm not gonna do that. So we're just gonna, actually he was here. So 1, 2, he's gonna go this way. And he'll get kind of behind cover on this thing here. All right. So he's in that area. This Valkyrie is gonna be sneaky because we don't want to go out in the open with this thing right over here. So he's gonna rush. So 1, he could get cover there. I just don't know if I want to take that many shots from that thing. No, I think I'll bide my time. He's gonna go into that square there. We'll move that over. So I do not want to get shot at, and he'll stay there. All right, so kind of messed up already. The Chief Brokkr actually has an ability, whenever I get the splats, it can actually give his units resilient and evade 1, or resilient 1, evade. So that means that for evade, if they get shot at but they don't get killed, they can actually move 1 square to try and get some cover. So in that instance, it probably wouldn't have mattered because they both did get killed. They weren't left with like 1 wound or anything. The toughness, though, that means that I get a reroll on saves, which I don't think I'd saved them on either account, so I don't think it really matters, but at least I know for the future that they have a chance to be a little bit more harder to kill. That's whenever I have the splat ability for the leader. And in case you're wondering, it's just called Strike It Lucky. That's the ability of the chieftain. Okay, so that's going to be it for the ForgeFather. So it's going to be all nothing but Asterians. So let's activate this drone. And the drone, if it moves 1, it's not going to have a line of sight to anything. So I think I'm just going to rush. So he's going to move 1, 2, and I don't think they can have items. Let me double check on that, but he's gonna get some cover here, but he's gonna be in this square. So yes, I am correct. He cannot pick up anything and he cannot carry anything because he's considered a beast and a construct. All right, so he's good, done. So the only one left is this cipher. So he's just gonna rush also. Since we got a lot covering that side, I think I'm just gonna head this way. So he's just gonna go 1, 2, do his little rush, and he's just going to be kind of ready there. All right, so that's going to be the end of round 1. So let's tally up some points and see what's gotten scored. All right, so at the end of turn 1, the ciphers have 3 points. 2 points for 2 guys killed, and then 1 intel that they found on the field. And then the Brokkrs have 1 intel found, so they're at 1. So at the end of turn 1, 3-1 in favor of the Asterians. All right, so just a couple of things I forgot. Scoring on objective markers, we did have 1 here with the chieftain. There was nobody there, just the 1 there, and then there's nobody on those areas. So technically that's gonna put the Brokkrs at 2 rather than the 1. So I'm just gonna flip this over, and that'll give them 2 points. So it's going to be 3-2 at the end of turn 1, but now we're moving on to turn 2. All right, so let's roll some command dice, Asterians. Looks like they'll get, holy cow, they got a whole bunch of extra activations and an extra shot, extra move. I'll re-roll one of these. I guess it's fate. So they're gonna have 3 extra activations, an extra shot, and then an extra cube. Now let's go ahead and do the ForgeFathers, the Brokkrs. We've got extra hand-to-hand, extra die, and extra character. Now, do I want to keep the extra hand-to-hand? I am getting closer to them. I'll re-roll 1. I'll just keep one of them. Nope, they really want to get in a hand-to-hand. All right, so it's 2 extra hand-to-hands, an extra die, and then an extra activation. All right, so since the Asterians took the last turn, it's going to be the Brokkrs that are going to go first this round. So I think I'm going to go with the Valkyries, to be honest. So I'm going to activate this Valkyrie here. He's just going to do a move. 1. And then he should have the range right here to get a clean shot. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put him with a little bit of cover there, so that way he won't get blasted and have that covered, have that extra protection. All right, so starting with this first guy here, it's 1, 2, 3. It's a range of 5, or a range of 6, I believe. So yes, range 6, 3 dice plus 1 because he's out in the open, and he does have a weight of fire 1. So let's see if we can get some good shots here. Needing 5s or better. He got an 8, 2 6s. Let's go ahead and do that exploding 8 first. So he's gonna have, that should have been an 8. If I can find it, there it is. And then we have weight of fire, which he got another hit. So he's got 4 total, and it is AP1. So now let's go to saves. And actually, I'm rolling the wrong dice. Those are supposed to be the Asterians. Oh well, these color ones are going to be the saves for that unfortunate. I think that's my sniper. I accidentally ran him out there, and I should have been running him on the top of the building so he can get some sniper shots. All right. So what I'm going to do is the Marionette's going to shoot back. So he's just going to have his 3 dice, and he needs 5s. So he's going to have an exploding 8. No, he needs 5s or better. So 2 shots are going to go through. That's just going to offset these 2. So that means 2 are going to go through. It is AP1. So I believe he's going to take them down. So I think they only have 1 wound. Let me double check. All right. So yes, they have no armor, but they do have AP2. I mean, our health 2. So the 2 that go through are going to take them down. So unfortunately, I do not have an extra die in order for him, an extra shot. So he's going to be out in the open. He's going to be done. All right, so now we're going to activate the drone. He's right down here, and he's actually just going to go underneath this building here, and he's just going to jump right over that. So he's got, well, let's grab him there, and he's just going to jump like so into this area. He's going to be out in the open, but he's going to get some extra shots here. He's going to take a shot at this Brokkr here. I'm curious. Oh, wait a minute. He was here. So 1. So that means he would have to be in there. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave him there because he's going to have a shot at him. He's not going to be able to see that bike. So I think let me put him back this way. So he's just going to move in there. And then he'll take a shot right there. He's going to be out in the open. So it'll be 3 dice. Plus the 1 because he's out in the open. So he needed 5s. And he completely whipped. But he does have weight of fire 2. So let's re-roll 2 of these. And he gets an 8 and a 6, which is good because he had no hits. Roll that 8. And he got 3. Brokkr saves on 4s or better. He's got 3 dice. He's got no armor though. Oh, actually I don't have a splat, so I can't spend that in order to try and save him. So he's got 2 6s. Let me take a look to see. I think his saves on a 5 or 4s are his saves. But let me see if he has any resilience. So no armor, and he's saving on 4s. He got 2 saves. I could spend a reroll. Let me try that. See if I can't save him. I'm gonna spend one of the combat dice and see if I can't reroll this, and see if I can't save that one. And he does not, so he's gonna take a wound. Drone's just gonna spend another die, and he's gonna go ahead and take another shot. So once again, we're gonna be rolling 3 and then +1 because he's out in the open. He is needing 5s. He got 2 8s this time. Holy cow, everything hit there. And those hit as well. So I don't think that broker is meant for this world. So here we go. At least not for this game. He's going to save 2. It doesn't really matter, because even if he saves a 2, he can't save that other stuff. So he's gone. We're going to activate this broker. He's going to jump up here on top. And actually, he would jump up to the top here. So he's going to move in this, and then he's going to rush over here, get into that position to try and take control of that. But he's also going to try and take some cover from this guy right up here, which he will have cover there, I would say, but he's going to be done. So we're going to activate this marionette, and he's just going to move up. He's going to move up there. And he doesn't really have any cover, so he's just going to take a pot shot at that bike, who will have cover. So we're looking at 3s. He's going to need 5s or better. Let's move that die out of the way. And he only has 1 hit, which is pretty gnarly. But then the save. Holy cow. So he's going to definitely save, but he also has resilience, I think. Let me see what he's got. Actually has evade and resilience. I think I'm just gonna let him chill out there. I don't really want him to move because I really want him to score. So I think I'm just gonna leave him there. He blocked anyways, so he's fine. We're gonna activate this marionette, and he's just gonna move up. He's gonna dash. 1, 2, get some cover here. And he's gonna pick up this and see what he's got. If I can get it. And we'll see what it is. And looks like a frag grenade. Pretty good. Forgot I had this guy right back here. He's gonna activate, and he's just gonna rush. I can grab him. He's a slippery little devil. So he's just gonna climb. Actually, could he go through there? No, he'd have to rush out here. So he would go 1 to there, and then 2 right into this fella's cube. And we're gonna start a fight. We're gonna start a fight. So he's gonna have his 3 dice, +1 for charging in. That one is not wounded. And he's got frenzy 1, so I can reroll 1 of these dice. So I believe he's hitting on 4s, but let's reroll this 1, and he got a 6, not an 8. All right, so let's take a look to see what hits. All right, so he hits on 4s, so that means the 2 are gonna go through, the 3s are gonna miss. And the marionette's gonna try and save. Marionette has 2 wounds. Ugh, he didn't save a darn thing. We can try at least save 1 wound, so we'll go ahead and reroll 1. And he saves. All right, so that means he's gonna take 1 point of damage. But that broker is gonna go ahead and attack again. So he's got the 3. And this time he doesn't get the +1 for moving in, but he does get the +1 because of the injury. So he does have 4 dice. Hitting on 4s. And I believe he still has frenzy. It's still gonna miss, so he's got 3 going in. The marionette's gonna try and save. And this time the marionette goes down. Okay, so I'm just gonna move the overlord. He's just gonna climb. He's gonna go 1 and 2 to rush to try and take control of that 1 spot. And he's gonna be done. We're gonna go ahead and activate the little bomb bot, and it's just gonna move this way. So he's gonna go 1, 2, and just kind of be quietly waiting right there. Gonna activate this cipher. He's gonna move to here. And actually, he's gonna, can he take us, see, actually if he moves over here, but he's gonna be out in the open. He's gonna take a shot at that bomb bot right there. See if he can't take it out. So he's gonna roll it 3 dice plus 1 because it's out in the open. Needing 3s. And looks like he got 3 hits. Bomb bot's gonna save on 6s. Look at him go. He got an 8 and a 7, exploding 8, and he saved. Saved 3, hit 3, he's good. We're gonna go ahead and spend that extra cube movement so that we can get him into some cover. And he's just gonna roll right in there. All right, Valkyries are just gonna move. He's gonna move 1, 2, get to there, and he's gonna blast the droid right inside there. So he's gonna have his 3 shots. It's not open. And he got an exploding 8. And then a 1. So he's only got, looks like 1 hit. So he hits on 5s. We're gonna re-roll the 3 and the 1 because it does have weight of fire 2. And there you go. At least he got two hits. And then the drone is saving on 6s. Yeah, he's not having it. 2 exploding, which is already gonna block it. And the 7, he's fine. Gonna activate this cipher, and he's just gonna move 1 to here. He's gonna do the same thing that his buddy did, take a shot at that drone. So he's gonna have 4. They're hitting on 3s, and I'm not really too good at all here, so it's just 2 hits. I'm gonna spend 1 of these dice, re-roll 1, and he got 3. Drone, save it on 6s. And he's got an exploding 8. That didn't save. I can still re-roll 1. I'm gonna spend a die, why not? And he's gonna save, 7 and 8. And they only got, actually, oh, he's got 3. So he's gonna take a damage. Oh, never mind, the bomb bat only has 1 health, so it's gonna blow up. All right, so the only one left for the ForgeFathers is really just the Chieftain. Well, the Ciphers still have 2 guys left. Don't know if I really want to move him because he's scoring points there. However, we do have all this over here that needs to be taken care of. We got 2 guys over here on this side. All right, so I'm going to take a shot. He's going to shoot up here, and he's going to have cover and everything. I'm going to go ahead and spin a die to get an additional die so that we at least have the 4. And let's see if he can maybe take a lucky shot, take down the Black Talon. And not a great roll. So he needed 5s or better. He got a whopping hit. These are misses. I'm gonna re-roll 1 die with that last command die I have. And looks like he got 2 hits. All right, so Black Talon saves on 5s or better, but he does have his energy shield. He got 1 save so far. And then his energy shield, which is 2, and I believe it's a 6 or better to negate. And he got it. So he's gonna be okay. All right, here we go. So Black Talon and 1 Marionette's left. So Black Talon's just gonna shoot back. So he's gonna be higher ground and out in the open. So he's gonna have a butt ton of shots here. But he didn't get very good rolls. So he missed with those 3. No crits. So 3 go through. Let's see. Let's see what the Chieftain can do. I believe he saves on 4s. So let's see what he has. All right. So he saves on 4s. He saved 2. However, he does have tough. So he's gonna reduce the amount of damage taken by 1. So he took 3 damage. He's gonna reduce it to 2. He's gonna block those two, so he's okay. So really the only guy left is this guy, and he's just gonna rush. He needs to get over here. So I think I'm just gonna take some cover here. So he's just gonna rush this way, one. Actually, I think he's just gonna take cover here because there's another broker right there, and he does not want to get left out in the open. All right, so that's gonna be it for round 2. Let's calculate some points and see where everything is at. All right, so after the end of turn 2, Asterians scored an additional 1 because of the dwarf they killed, and then they scored 1 point for controlling one objective here. ForgeFathers killed 2 marionettes, one with a sniper rifle, so he was worth 1 extra point. So it was 3 points for the 2 crew guys, and then they scored a whopping 5 points because they actually controlled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 points of intel that they collected as well. So right now we are looking at a 10 to 3, 4, 5, 6 points. So the ForgeFathers jumped out ahead big time in this round. So let's see if the Asterians can catch up. All right, so starting the 3rd turn, let's go ahead and roll some command dice. We still have all the leaders, so they get their pluses for commands. And Asterians looks like they have a lot of hand-to-hand. They have a splat. I'm going to re-roll that plus the splat. I'll keep that. And looks like we got extra shot, a couple of extra cube movements, and the extra dice. So we'll keep that for them. And now let's go ahead and do the ForgeFathers. They've got a splat, a shot, a hand-to-hand. I think I'll re-roll that and see if I can get another hand-to-hand or another extra shot or an extra die. That works. All right, so the Asterians took the last turn, so that means the ForgeFathers are going to go next. So let's take a look to see which lucky guy is going to activate first. All right, so I'm gonna activate this guy here. He is just going to make a rush. So he's going to move 1, 2 to get into here. But he's going to be like so I can spend that extra shot so he can take a shot at this guy over here, which I think I should be able to see him. Of course, I probably won't be able to see him from there. I could probably take another look on the other side. So, yep, there he is right over there. And he's just going to take a shot at this fellow over here. But first, we're going to do the hand-to-hand, which is this guy right over here. So he rushed in there. He's going to have his 3 dice. And then he's going to get +1 for rushing in there. So we're looking at force to hit. And he's got an exploding 8, a 1 and a 5. So let's roll the exploding. And he's going to get another hit. And I believe he's got frenzy. So we're going to do the 1. And then that is going to be a miss. That's a 3. All right, so 4 go through, and one thing I did, I just barely noticed was the Brokkrs have their weapons that do dismantle, so that means they're going to be doing an additional damage on constructs, bikes, anything mechanical. So that means these guys will take an additional point of damage. So technically, all they need is at least 1 to go through, and they're going to end up taking these marionettes out. So that is actually pretty nasty. Okay, so the Cypher is just going to try and save, which is right over here, try and survive. And he needs 5s. And he's definitely not going to get it. He's failed 2. You want to save 1. Yeah, he's gone. So now we're going to go ahead and spend the shooty dice. And he's going to take a shot, which is range 3. So he'll have his shot from 1, 2, and he's going to try to take a pot shot at him. He is out in the open, so it's going to be 4 dice. If I can remember which dice to roll here. So we got 2, 4, and I believe they hit on 5s. We'll roll it and we'll double check it. So he's got a 1, a 5, an exploding 8, and a 3. So I'm pretty sure these are going to miss. But he does have an exploding 8. And he got another hit, so he's going to have 3 total going through. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and try and save. He saves on 5s. Saved 1. Even if he tries to reroll 1 to save the other one, he's still gonna take 2 damage because of the dismantle. And he is toast. So this Brokkr definitely put in some Brokkr definitely put in some work. Brokkr is one of those. I'm pretty sure I'm saying them wrong either way. All right, so now it's gonna go into the ciphers or the Asterians. We're going to go ahead and activate the drone down here, and he's just gonna pop out of this area here, kind of floating over so that he can score here, and he's gonna take a shot at Mr. Valkyrie there. So he's gonna be out in the open. So we're looking at 3 + 1, 4. And he's got one hell of a shot. Exploding 8. Alls are gonna definitely hit. No need for the weight of fire because he hit all the times there. So Valkyrie saves on 4s. We're gonna spend an extra die just to try and save it. So he's gonna have 4 dice to save. And he failed with the 2s, but he did get a whole bunch of saves there. So before I even spend the reroll, they have resilience 1. So we're gonna reroll this die. And he's gonna save with an 8. He's gotta at least get one more save because he got hit a whopping 5 times there. So with that 8, he's gonna save it. So that's 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. So that's gonna bounce off right there. But then he also has evade. So what he's gonna do is he's just gonna evade right into Mr. Robot there. And we're gonna start a combat. So now he is smacking, he is ramming him actually. So let's see what the ramming ability does. All right, so ramming is basically his hand-to-hand. He's got knockback, and he also has smash 1, which means he's gonna add an additional die for his combat attack. So he's gonna have his basic 3, +1 for moving in there, then +1 for the smash. So he's hitting on 4s or better. And that is not the greatest roll, but he did, that was a 1. No, this one missed. So that's 2 misses. He didn't get any exploding 8s. If I wanted to, I could. No, I'm not gonna reroll. So let's see if the drone can actually save. So drone is saving on 6s. He's got 3 dice. And he's got 1 save. He's got 2 wounds. So I think I'm gonna have to try and I don't wanna get rid of that. I'll get rid of this. I'll get rid of that. I don't think we'll need it. Hopefully not. And we'll try and reroll one of these to try and save him. And he does. He saves it with a 6. So I don't think that counts as his activation. So I'm not gonna put a marker on him. Let me know in the comments below if I'm doing that wrong, but I'm gonna leave it as if he hasn't been activated since it was triggered during his shooting action. So I'm gonna leave that the way it is there. Whoops, my bad. Actually, he would push him too because he has the knockback. So he's just gonna push him this way. Just so that way we can score that if he's still around. All right, so now it's gonna go to the ForgeFathers, who are going to go ahead and activate. And actually, I think I'm just gonna go with him. He's gonna go ahead and take his shots here, try and take out this last, actually, he's gonna take a shot over here. He's gonna ignore him since he's already been activated, and we're gonna see if we can't take out this cipher over here. So it's gonna be 3 shots +1 because he's out in the open. So that means he's gonna have 4 dice. So he's gonna have 3 total hits. I believe he hits on 4s, and I think they've got weight of fire 1, and the 2 becomes another 2. So never mind, he hits only on 5s. He has weight of fire 1, so we did that right. So he only hit 1 time. The cipher is gonna have his 3 dice, and he's gonna save on 5s to survive. And yeah, oh yeah, he's got it. He's got his 3 there, exploding 8. And yeah, that failed, but it doesn't matter because he did block it. All right, so now we're gonna activate the ciphers, and he's just gonna run. He's gonna dash. He's gonna move here, pick that up, And it looks like it is is it a booby trap? I think that is a booby trap. So never mind, it's just a smoke grenade. And then he's just gonna climb up here to this area and get into there. So he's now in this top area, but then we're gonna move another cube. He's gonna climb one more to the top so that we can take control of this objective. And he is right there. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess he can be at the edge here so he can take shots next time down there. And this fella's gonna go, and he's just gonna kind of move up a little bit like so, and he's gonna take a shot over here with his little fusion pistol, I think. I don't know what it's called. We'll take a look. But he's got 1, 2, I know it's at least range 3. He's gonna take a shot at here at the overseer. His burst pistol, that's what it is. All right, so he is not out in the open, so he's just gonna have his 3 dice. He's hitting on 5s. And he got an exploding 8 and a 2 and a 7, so he's got 2 hits. He's got 3 whopping hits. And luckily the overseer is not a construct, so he doesn't get that additional damage on him if he fails. But he does have his energy shield in case he does fail for any reason. So I'm pretty sure those 6s save. And he's gonna save 2, and we'll take a look to see what his energy shield is. So yeah, his saves are 5s. So he's an energy shield 4. So we're gonna roll 4 dice. 6 or better, he's gonna ignore that last wound that he has. And he does not get it. Holy cow. Okay, so that's gonna go through. Let's see if he has any armor. So luckily he does have an armor 1, so that's just gonna negate this 1 shot. So he is in the clear. All right, so we're gonna activate him. He's gonna take a shot over here because he is scoring 2 points if we don't kill him off. It is a range of 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So he does make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's fine. It isn't out in the well, he is higher no, I would say he's not out in the but he is higher elevation, so he's still gonna get the 2. So he's gonna have 3 plus 2 because of the higher range, the higher altitude. But he's not out in the open, so he doesn't get that bonus. So he's hitting on 3s. And he's kind of whiffed him, but at least he hit 3 times. So he's hitting 3, and then we're saving. Try and get some resilience out of it. Hopefully we can get my finger out of the way, because I feel like I'm always on the camera. And let's see if he doesn't save that. Ooh, he's got 2 8s, so he's already blocked 2. And then those 2 5s I'm pretty sure saved as well. Yep, they save on 4, so he is just fine. But actually what we're gonna do is he is gonna spend this, and he's gonna try and shoot him again. Try and take him out. We need to slow down the points that these ForgeFathers are getting on us, or them. And once again, no explosions. He's got the same thing, 3 again. Let's see if... no, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna spend a splat, but then I don't want him to... Well, you get the resilience though. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend the splat. So that way he'll at least get that reroll if he fails something. Because he gets resilience 1, I believe, and then he also gets the evade, but I'm not going to evade. I just want to get that reroll. Yeah, he gets the evade and the resilient 1. I guess it didn't really matter because I could just spend the die to reroll, but that's all right, no biggie. I'll go ahead and spend it either way. All right, so, oh no! that didn't go as planned, and he's got the resilience 1, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think he's going to die. Wait. He's got a chance. There's the exploding 8. Can he save it? He needs that 5. And he gets it with a 7. Whew, he took a wound, but whew, that was very close. All right, so now it is the ForgeFathers, and we're going to get into it here. He's just going to climb and get into hand-to-hand with the Overseer. We're going to see if we can't take him out. All right, so he's getting his 3 dice, plus 1 for moving in there, and that's pretty much all he has. Actually, I think he had the ammo, actually. I want to say he did have the ammo, but it doesn't matter. I can't use it. It's only in a shooting action. So he's got his 3 dice plus 1 for moving in, hitting on 4s, I believe. So he's got a whopping 2 exploding hits there. So already off to a great start. And he's got 1 more there. I don't think it's 3s. What is that, a 5? Yeah, that's a 3. Let me see if that hits. So trying to save. It did hit on 3s. He is pretty dirty. He hits on 3s. Now trying to save the Overseer. He's got his 3 dice. He's going to go ahead and spend 1 to try and add 1. Try and save him. He needs 5s. That is a terrible roll. But he saved. He failed all these. He did get an exploding 8. Didn't save him. So he saved 1, and he's going to save all this mess. So he's got 4 shields. Hopefully these shields can give him some explosions. And he needed 6s. He saved 2 more. So he's going to save 3. And I believe he's got an armor. So I think he's only going to take 1 point of damage. All right, so never mind. Yeah, he saved 3, which is those 3. He's taken 3. He has 1 point of armor, but it is AP 1. So 3 are going to go through. The Overseer goes down. All right, so the only fella I have left is this guy right here. He's just going to move to here. And he's going to take a shot over here, try and take down the bike. So hitting on 3s. He's got 3 plus the 2 because he's out in the open. So we failed that. But we hit all that. And heck with it. I'm going to spend this die to reroll that just so I can get another hit. And sure enough, he got it. And now we are looking at 4s to save because of the bike. And oh, that's not good. So he's only got the 1, 2 3s. We're going to reroll that last die. And he's got an 8. And no. So he's only going to save 2. Oops, almost forgot the resilience. So he's got 1 more reroll. And no, that didn't save him. So he's going to block 2. He's going to take 3. And I think he might have an armor, but I think it's not enough to save him. So no, never mind. He has no armor, so down goes the Valkyrie. And I think that is the end of turn 3 with mass carnage all over the board. Not a whole lot left here. But, oh, actually, I did need that bike, but I don't think I'm going to activate him. He's just going to pass because I want to score that last 2 there. And that's going to be it. Let's go ahead and calculate some points, and let's see if there's a victor in this turn. All right, so the Ciphers managed to score 2 points off of the Valkyrie they killed, and then they scored 2 more points for at least controlling this objective, and they controlled nothing else. The ForgeFathers, they scored 2 points off of the 2 marionettes they just killed, and then they scored 3 more points for killing the Overseer, and then they controlled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they scored an additional 5 points. That led it to a 20-point victory over the Asterians that only scored 9 points. And there you go, guys. Another game of Deadzone in the books. The ForgeFathers managing to edge out the Asterians and take this game home. It's been a while since I've been playing Deadzone, so if I got anything wrong, feel free to just comment below. I will try to make sure I correct those on the next game, which if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, be sure to do so today, because you should be seeing another Deadzone video coming up on Friday. So this video should be up on Monday, so you should be seeing it hopefully all through the whole thing, and then be prepared for Friday as we'll get another game up and running for you guys to enjoy. I am sorry that it's been a while since we've been posting. Life just kind of gets in the way, and it prevents me from playing a lot of fun games, especially like Deadzone. If you guys want to support the channel, feel free to check the links below, as we have Buy Me a Coffee, we have a Patreon, couple of bucks here and there, all goes a long way to help the channel out and have it grow, basically. We do have more games planned out, especially Mantic. I'm a big fan of Mantic games. So if you're a huge fan and want to learn more and see more content for Mantic games, get ready, because we are going to be getting some new games in and hopefully some new content for Deadzone, as well as more units, just so I can kind of expand on the armies that we have. Also, check out some stuff that I have being sold on Etsy. I do have some miniatures that we are currently selling. All that also goes towards the channel to help support it and get more new stuff on the field, so that way you guys can enjoy and check out the games yourselves. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Keep playing your favorite games and always paint your walls crimson. Take care.